Good morning, TikTok. Good morning, YouTube. I was gonna go to church this morning, but y'all, I'm so tired. My little grandson was up at 2 a.m. and now we're up. So I don't think now it's around. I think it's about 8 o'clock, or 7 something. I don't think I'm gonna go, y'all. Make me some coffee and sit down. I wanted to talk today about the foster care system, cause one of the people that follow me on my TikTok, and I follow him back. We were having a discussion about the foster care, but we were having a discussion about birth control, and he took it from there to Planned Parenthood and them, the procedures that they would do for unwanted fetus, and we had to agree to disagree on that, on what his thoughts on it was. Y'all, let me preface this by saying I don't believe in the procedure, but I do feel like it's up to that woman and her man and her family as to what they need to do. Because I'm not there. I'm not going to take care of the child. So who am I to interrupt with whatever they have going on? They know what they have going on. We don't. And that's part of the problem, y'all. Everybody's so busy worried about everybody else's mess. I bet if you look in your own glass house, you got enough mess to worry about that you ain't got time to worry about nobody else's. You see what I'm saying? I was one of my friends had put on there about the experiences that she had when she was in college, her and her friends, and with Planned Parenthood and getting birth control and STDs. People act like folks don't get STDs. People get gonorrhea, they get chlamydia, they get syphilis, they get HIV, they get herpes, they get HPV. They get this stuff every day. So let's not pretend like this doesn't happen. I know at one time Houston was the STD capital of the world, and I know Memphis was having so much gonorrhea that it had become resistant. So come on, y'all. But what I want to ask is this: all of these pro-life people, you're only pro-life until the baby is born. Then what? I worked at a facility before, part-time. That's when I used to work all the time, part-time. And you know how heartbreaking it is to have teenagers, I'm going to say from 12 to 17, because they age out at 18. They age out at 18. Can you imagine you might have been in the foster care program? Over on my YouTube, there's a picture of a young white guy. You got to go not years, but videos and videos back. And I talk about him, Austin. And he died. He OD'd last year. And I was tore up. Still tore up when I think about it. But when you talk about somebody being born into the foster care system, was never adopted, went from house to house, grown up, took his head at the age of 3 and shoved it for a nail to go through his brain. He was molested. When you talk about this, y'all talk about pro-life like it's a miracle. But what happens once the baby gets here? What happens if the parents can't really take care of the kid and they go in the system? People automatically assume, oh, somebody take care of them. They don't. The facility I worked at, you know how many of the young girls would say, um, could you adopt me? Could you adopt me? And I'd be like, I can't, baby, because I got so many grandkids. I got 11 grandkids. So I'm like, I cannot. But, you can care for them and be nice to them while they're there, but you're going to go home. And then when you come back, they're telling you how a staff member treated them, what they did to them. They're in a padded room because another group of kids may have jumped on them. Because you don't know what these kids go through in the foster care system. Here in Tennessee, just 2 years ago, it was so full with no foster families that kids were sleeping in their case managers' offices and were getting raped by other teenagers. You see what I'm saying? You don't know what they go through. In the United States, we're supposed to be the greatest on earth. Why can't we take care of our kids? And how is it that you pro-life people only love the kid until they're born? Once they're born, you have nothing for them. I don't understand. And then y'all will do so much in the name of Christianity. Christianity. Jesus took care of the poor, the sick, the downtrodden. Americans don't do that. Save all of that self-righteous bullshit. Please. Because that's all it is. If you haven't seen it up close and personal, you can't tell me. You can't tell me. Right now, my grandson, he's really my great-grandson. The baby, he's over there now. That's my great-grandson. I raised his mom, my granddaughter. All my kids were born in the same house, but everybody didn't turn out the same. They all didn't. So my oldest son wasn't able mentally, because physically could, mentally. And he doesn't have schizophrenia like my youngest one. He wasn't able to take care of his kids because of problems. So I raised his daughters. You know what I mean? And now the baby's mom is in the Air Force. And I have him until August when she could get him. And like he'll be gone this week, but my daughter get him. She tries to get him every other week. But she still works too. And she, she still got kids that she's raising. She's got some that's grown and then by her second husband, some that are not grown. But you know what I mean? Our families can't do that. His dad, my little grandson, my great grandson's dad, he grew up in a foster system. He went in when he was like 5. His mom was on drugs, couldn't take care of him. No family members could take care of them. He didn't even know who his dad was because his mom was a prostitute. So he comes to see his son about once a week for about an hour. But that's all he can do. I try to help him and to guide him, get a job this way, do this, do that, and tried to get him to go into the military last year. He ended up going to jail. And now he can't go into the military. And so now he's looking for other jobs. But I keep telling him, try to do this and try to do that. But he needs so much guidance. I can't give it to him. I'm tired. I'm middle aged now. And I don't have the energy that I did when I was younger. Give me just a minute. So y'all, if you're not going to take care of these kids when they come into the world, please stop telling others what they need to do. Please. From an angry Nana out of Tennessee, y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. I'm going to give this little angry baby some juice. He potted for the first time today, too, y'all. But don't try to shame people into doing stuff if you're not going to step up. And if you're going to step up with some of these kids that are already in the foster system, especially in the red states. Step up with that, okay? Welcome to the Poor People's Revolution. I know